through the hood in my new two-seater. Got my Cuban links on with a fresh white beater. Cartiers on my face, I got my gun in my waist. Got my 40 on my hip, don't make me shoot up the place. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. I got my haters mad, cause I'm getting to the bag. Niggas stop hating on me and get your own cash. Can't let the money or the fame change you. Stay 10 toes down with my same crew. I'ma let me do me while you do you. Blowing money fast like a...
What we could do in the meantime to help us is building that black dollar in order for us to, build some, wealth and more like fundable things within the community. We got BJ here, the entrepreneur.
No, the black dollar is definitely a
issue.
It's definitely a hot commodity. If y'all not aware, we spend I think 3 times the amount of other cultures.
$8 trillion.
Yes, it's over $1 trillion.
$8 trillion.
It's over $1 trillion. Like 1.2 trillion. That was like
$1.2 trillion that we spend.
Yes.
Definitely spend the most.
And it's 2023.
And that's spending. That's not saving. That's just spending.
So I'm gonna let BJ come in and tell us about his entrepreneur experience. For all my entrepreneurs out here, this is gonna be BJ's time to let y'all know, kind of about the entrepreneur lifestyle. You can't give up. You got to keep moving. BJ, tell them a little bit about the entrepreneur struggle, man.
Man, for one, entrepreneurship, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You got to be prepared to go hard every day, even days you don't feel like it. Like, I got a job. I've been working my job almost 2 years. It's cool. It's a job, but, I'm still on my entrepreneur journey, though, every day. You know what I'm saying? I've been on it really my whole life, but lately about the past, going on 8 years, 7, 8 years, cuz it's been. And I do a lot of stuff, photography, T-shirts, podcasting. I'm on this house shit now, you feel me, working on houses. So I'm one of them people, I always been a learner and I always learn how to do stuff, you feel me? I'm going to try almost everything, cuz.
Speaking of entrepreneur life, ain't that your own radio podcast right there that you wearing your own clothing right there?
Yeah, this right here is the Living Life and Learning podcast logo.
Okay. Tell them where they can find you at on that, find your podcast and find you out on Instagram and all that stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at BJ Langdon or Pray for Detroit Movement. On Facebook, BJ Langdon. I got a couple of Facebook pages, but BJ Langdon, Pray for Detroit Movement, Bankroll Entertainment, Living Life and Learning Podcast. Yeah, we got the Living Life and Learning Podcast on Instagram too. Okay. And on TikTok, you can follow me at 2_ Entrepreneur Life, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, you make custom T-shirts as well, right?
Yep, I also make custom T-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
So if anybody needs something for family reunions, anything like that, they can get with you, right?
Yep, no matter what they need. Full color, single color, 100 of them, 200 of them, 300 of them, 400 of them. Come and holler at me. I'll get you together for sure.
Yeah, so you said you've been doing you've been in the entrepreneur life for 8 years?
Yeah, just as far as...
So a lot of
actually having a service, 7, 8 years now.
A lot of these new entrepreneurs just started out during COVID, so you an OG at this entrepreneur life.
Yeah, and I'm learning now more than ever.
Yeah?
Now more than ever, especially the past 2-3 years. I've been learning a lot more, you feel me?
So how important is that black dollar to a company like yours?
It's important. It's all our companies, because it's called currency, so it's meant to flow. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to keep it flowing through our neighborhoods in some kind of way, even though it all can't go into it, even though we could get it to that point, but it need to be going through the neighborhood. But at the same time, it got to be something there for it to flow through at the neighborhood, because what do we own in the neighborhood? You feel me?
That's a lot of the problem is.
What do we own in the neighborhood?
That's the problem. A lot of different foreigners and different people come to our neighborhoods and start stores and start gas stations, but it's not a lot of our own ownership. And then when we do actually own things, like I was saying on the last show, I used to own Dow House of Lansing. But when we do own our own things, they don't support.
No,
they don't realize, we as a culture don't realize how important that black dollar is. It's to the point to where some companies literally survive only off the black dollar because the products and services that we provide are tailored to our culture.
Yeah, you're right. Now the thing is, it got to start going both ways, because every black business person ain't on their shit like they supposed to be. So, sometimes they affect the other when people be like, I'm going to go do this. But you go, like they say, you'll go to McDonald's 20 times and they go fuck your food up. And you going to still keep going. So get dog 8, 9 tries. He might appreciate you.
Ask for extra sweet sour.
The next 10 might be free and the service might be great if he's solid. You know what I'm saying? But you got to give it a try, because we all trying to figure it out. So just give somebody a try. You go somewhere the first time, it might not be that good. At least spin a block. Maybe not tomorrow, a couple weeks, couple months go by. Let me give him a try again. You feel me? Now, if the vibe won't right, there's customer service or something like that, excuse me, I can understand that, you feel me? But we definitely got to keep that money flowing. But as the kids growing up, we got to start teaching them how to get the money, though.
Yeah. And that means shopping with our, sorry about that, T-Mail. That means shopping with our own culture, too. We have to take our kids into the stores that are black owned so they can learn who Mr. Ernie. When I was younger, C's, you might be able to speak to this. When we was younger, we used to go to the corner store. We knew who Mr. Lovely was.
Definitely.
We saw Mr. Lovely on the east side. He worked the store. We knew who he was. He was a part of our everyday existence. We would leave our store, go to Mr. Lovely's, grab whatever we was grabbing for our $1.50 back in them days. You can speak to this. You was in the hood, too.
And you know that was his crib.
Yeah, bro.
I did not
That
know
was
he
his
lived
crib.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to Mr. Lovely, real 48214 representative.
But we doing good though. It's just building. It's a process. Everybody coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of black owned businesses in Detroit. Like, I just left Atlanta. It's a lot of businesses down there, but I feel like we can do the same thing at home. You feel me? Detroit black maker too. We full of black entrepreneurs and smart individuals who get money, dealing with other cultures and bringing $1 million businesses to the city as well. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what we is. That's why we Detroit.
For sure. See how you think we can make that black dollar grow?
Like he said, man, investing back into the community. That's how the Jews do it. That's why we got malls.
Jewish people.
Hey, man.
Little Kanye West Jr. over there.
Hell yeah, you see my hair? I had it like that. They like, go to the barber.
Hey, y'all, I was calling him Kurt Franklin Jr. today.
But for sure, like,
love
when we put, okay, say if my granddad used to say this all the time. He said, if you hang around 5 broke people, guess what? You're gonna be the fifth.
6.
You're gonna be the 5th broke motherfucker walking around. I don't care if one of them got a whole lot of money. Y'all broke motherfuckers. But if you got 4 friends that's really on a level up type of lifestyle, I'll say, guess what? You just gonna be affiliated with. They gonna be like, he rich too, and you ain't got shit. You just following.
Okay.
But the thing is, that's your community, and they all putting money back into themselves to put money into you. And if you put money into the next one, and they putting money into the next one, I made a challenge with my homies a week ago, and I told them all, like, before the year ends, every day spend $20 on somebody else. Every day, and let's see what kind of blessing come to us.
Oh, for sure. Paying it forward, bro.
No, but it's not just
real.
paying it forward. It's paying it where we at. You know what I'm saying? So if I put this money back where we are, that same person where I am is gonna put the money back where we are. That's how we can start it. It gotta start somewhere. Like, we can say it all the time. Everybody say every fucking thing. Everybody talk. We just was talking about that. The New Year's resolutions. That should be all a fucking mumbo jumbo. Cause ain't nobody doing shit. They be fat than a motherfucker 2 years later, like, and the next year they like.
Unless you like me and you already started.
See, but
I went the day after Christmas. I'm trying to get rid of all of this.
You got a big body.
But like BJ mentioned, as far as we don't learn about it, we not like financially educated.
Oh, yeah,
How you think we can make some steps towards
Now this
like
is
learning
crazy.
more?
And I fuck people up with this. I'm a Republican, bro.
Me too.
So I was raised to know what to do with my funds. I was raised to have a savings, to have a bank
Life
account.
insurance.
Like, to really, life insurance, how to pull from life insurance. Like, you feel me? When my son was 3 years old, bro, he knew how to count, but he knew how to put away some of the 100. Like, it's all about listen. And the ones that wasn't taught is because they probably didn't want to learn. They probably was running away from knowledge, and that's usually what it is. Like, we run away from knowledge because it's always in front of us, Like, so when motherfuckers be like, "Oh yeah, we're not taught. They didn't teach us this." It's like, did you sit there and listen, or did you skip fucking 400 days, or did you try to get her number and go fuck her and have a baby, or because hey, listen, decisions and choices, it falls on us. Like,
100%.
It falls on the human being. Like, so if my mama didn't do it, that don't mean I ain't have to do it. If my mama and daddy didn't do it, guess what? I'm about to try it because they done.
Oh, my mom.
For sure.
I feel like that's how my kids
think?
are. My son is the same way. My son has watched me punch in the clock his entire life. He'd be 19. He's watched me punch in all 19 years. And my son is literally an entrepreneur at heart.
100%.
We've argued since he was 16 years old about him getting jobs and all this. He like, nah, I'm going to play football. Nah, I'm going to sell clothes. Nah, I'm going to do this. Now he's starting his own clothing line. I think it's called Eternity something. something. It's coming though. He sent me
You
the
gonna
clothes.
shot little cuz out.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Greg.
Shout out to
he
Baby
growing,
Bang.
doing his
I don't
thing.
blame him. He got
Yep.
the right idea.
It's called Eternal Serenity. So shout out to Eternal Serenity.
Eternal Serenity.
It'll be dropping soon. He sent me some of his cutoffs and shirts and stuff. So some of these kids are entrepreneur, and you know, I'm not against, like I said last week, I'm not against the entrepreneur life at all. I just feel like sometimes some people need to punch in because the entrepreneurship doesn't work for everybody.
100%.
Some people are more of fast-paced life. Some people don't have the diligence. Some people don't have the stick-to-itness where they're like, I'm going to just stand by this no matter what. But in my case, like I said last week, I got kids that rely on me to make sure things are done, so I can't wait to sell a bundle of hair. I have to make sure that things are happening no matter what. And sometimes that entails you punching into a clock, right?
That's right.
So entrepreneurship, I am all with it. We brought one of the best entrepreneurs that I know. BJ literally is up 24 hours sometimes on the internet promoting, pushing, promoting other people's brands. You know, he is one of the best entrepreneurs. So I want y'all to tap in with him. All the Cobain Report fans, supporters, stick, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to call yourself. You want to call yourself a partner, whatever. Go follow his brand. Follow his podcast so that you guys can see where he's going and help you guys in your entrepreneur life.
With my same crew, I'ma let me do me while you do you. Blowing money fast like a young nigga poster.